Welcome back to Medical Careers You Didn't Know About. My name is Infinite, and today we're highlighting a role that is often overlooked but absolutely vital to how healthcare operates: the Medical Correspondence Specialist. This career isn't about taking vitals or billing insurance. It's about making sure critical medical documentation and communications get to the right place at the right time. From from appeals to subpoenas to patient requests to insurance letters. You're the organized, detail driven link that helps it all flow. And if you're serious about stepping into this field, I've built a full career roadmap PDF just for you. It's built to save you time, cut through the confusion, and give you the confidence to take action. So be sure to like, subscribe, and explore the career you didn't know that was waiting for you.
Step into the world of infinite intelligence, where knowledge meets entertainment and brilliance. You'll find the answers to life's greatest questions. With every video we spark new obsessions. Infinite intelligence, we're here to elevate. Unlock your mind and let the wisdom resonate. We dive into the depths of the universe unknown. Infinite intelligence and knowledge is our own.
Welcome to your comprehensive guide to building a successful career as a medical correspondence specialist. Whether you're new to healthcare or transitioning from another field, this roadmap will provide you with the knowledge, skills, and strategies needed to thrive in this critical healthcare administration role. Through this presentation, we'll explore everything from role responsibilities and required skills to salary expectations and advancement opportunities. Let's begin your journey towards becoming an essential link in healthcare communication and documentation. All right, so let's go ahead and get into understanding the role of a medical correspondence specialist. Medical correspondence specialists are responsible for preparing, processing, and distributing critical healthcare documentations such as medical records, letters, insurance communications, such as claims, to ensure timely and accurate delivery to appropriate recipients, whether it's by mail, fax, or electronic submission. They help maintain the integrity of patient information while supporting administrative workflows within medical facilities. All right. So let's go ahead and define this role. A healthcare professional who manages written communication between providers, patients, insurance companies, and legal entities. They ensure accurate and compliant. They ensure accurate, compliant, and timely handling of medical documentations, and that's not just including medical documentations. They also receive checks and remittance, etc., etc. All right. Different from other roles, unlike billing and coding, who focuses on claims and coding, or front desk staff who handle scheduling and check-ins, correspondence specialists focus primarily on written documentation, appeals, or formal communications. Okay? And core responsibilities: they process information requests, draft letters, maintain records, follow up on appeals, ensure all correspondence adhere to regular standards like HIPAA while supporting the revenue cycle. Now, at my job, the correspondence specialists do not handle follow-ups and appeals, but they will submit appeals and follow-ups if needed, if that's the right process to take with that scenario. Okay. Daily correspondent types. So I just briefly went over correspondent types. So the correspondent types that we are looking at on a day-to-day basis are insurance appeals and denials that might need to be faxed or mailed out, drafting detailed appeal letters, addressing specific denial issues, gather supporting clinical documentation, and track appeal deadlines and outcomes. All right. Legal and patient requests. Process HIPAA authorizations, respond to subpoenas, coordinate release of information, and ensure proper documentation of all disclosures. So, what does this mean exactly? So, no, correspondence specialists are not directly responding to subpoenas, but what they are uh, from taking a subpoena from a particular department and submitting it, however, whether that's mail, whether that's fax, whether that's electronically. That's what they're doing. So they're so they're the middleman between these documentation requests. Okay. Uh, so let's go into claims. So handling claims, preparing and submitting paper claims when electronic submissions fail, or it might be too big to the medical records might be too big to fax, so you might need them to be mailed. Correspondence specialists will be handling those issues. Dispute EOBs, explanation of benefits to appropriate distribute explanation of benefits to appropriate parties and document all actions. All right. So once again, that is how they play the middleman. They're submitting claims, paper claims, release of electronic claims, and faxing the correspondence that go along with it, such as EOBs, if they're not mailing them. Okay. All right, and compliance notices, issue required notifications for privacy practice breaches or policy changes to maintain records of all documentations sent. So everything that is done and we call at my job we call it assembly, because I guess they're assembling everything together. But correspondence specialists are documenting everything that they are doing in the system. Each correspondent type requires attention to detail, knowledge of healthcare regulations, and clear communication skills to effectively represent the organization. So I'm gonna give you an example. So let's say that I need medical records sent because the insurance was requested medical records, right? So I would send, and let's say I can't submit them any other way. So I'm gonna have to get, like I said, with my job we call it assembly. So we have to get assembly to go ahead and get those records sent. So when I submit those records, one of the required things that I need to have on those records is the reference number to the claim that's being requested. Medical records are being requested on, right? So let's say I forget to put that in my notes for assembly to submit this. So if assembly is paying attention to detail, they will catch this. They will catch this before they even think about faxing it or mailing it and say, hey, we need reference to the claim so it can process correctly. So that would be paying attention to detail type of thing, right? And you would have to, have knowledge of the processes and everything. But that's just a quick example. Okay, so where you'll work, employment settings. So where might you find a correspondence specialist at? Because they're not always called correspondence specialists. They're not always called an assembly team. But correspondence specialists you might find in, we call it HIM for abbreviation, but Health Information Management. Work in hospital HIM departments, managing record requests, release of information, and compliance documentations. All right, you can also find them in the billing offices, which is the point that I'm speaking to you from, focusing on insurance appeals, claim documentation, and financial communication in provider billing departments. Insurance companies process provider and member communications from the payer side, handling appeals and benefit explanations. and legal support vendors, specializing in medical legal documentation for law firms or third party vendors handling healthcare. Uh, I just had a brain fart. Litigation support. I just had a brain fart. I'm like, I know this word, but I could not conjure up litigation. Okay. Medical correspondence specialists can find opportunities across healthcare ecosystems, with each setting offering unique challenges and areas of specialization. All right. So, required skills and documentation. What are we looking at as far as the technical skills that you will need? All right. So, we are looking at medical terminology knowledge, understanding of HIPAA regulations, EHR and EMR system proficiency, insurance processes familiarity, documentation standards and awareness. All right. Some of the soft skills that we're looking at is excellent written communication, attention to detail, time management, professional discretion, and problem solving abilities. All right, next we have education and certification. The minimum you will need is a high school diploma. It is preferred that you have an associate's degree. Some of the advantages, if you were to get it, is your HIM certification, medical office administration training, and HIPAA compliance certification. All right. While formal education provides a foundation, many skills are developed through on the job training. A combination of healthcare knowledge and administrative capabilities create the ideal skill set for this role. All right. So, when we are looking at salary expectations and compensation, on an entry level side, and like I said, this is subject to vary. We are looking at 38,000. As we go up, 1 to 3, we have 45. 4 to 6, we have 52, and 7 plus, we are looking at 60K. Salary ranges vary significantly based on geographic location, with metropolitan areas and regions with higher cost of living typically offer higher compensation. Healthcare systems and large insurance companies often provide better benefit packages than smaller practices. Beyond base salary, look for employers offering professional development opportunities, tuition reimbursement, certification support, and clear advancement pathways to maximize your career potential. Okay? So, education and training pathway. Like I just stated, you will need a high school diploma, and it would be a plus that you get some courses in medical terminology, healthcare administration, and office management. I do have a link in the description below outside of the roadmap that is a free medical terminology guide that I will have for this position. All right. Medical office administration certifications, healthcare documentation specialist programs, or medical administration assistant training. All right. Next, we have an associate's degree in health information management, health care administration, or medical office management. Lastly, you can also get a professional certification such as a certified medical administrative assistant, a certified healthcare documentation specialist, or similar credentials. Many successful medical correspondence specialists start with entry level positions and pursue additional educations while working, allowing them to apply their learning immediately in real world settings. All right, so let's go into the pros and cons of this role. Some of the advantages that we are looking at is stable healthcare industry employment. We are also looking at regular business hours, typically no nights, no weekends, lower stress than direct patient care. That is not meaning that this position is not stress free. I don't know what position is. However, it compared to dealing with the patient directly, it is less stress. There is opportunity for to specialize in specific areas. There's also a clear path for advancement with experience, and you can contribute to healthcare without clinical training. All right, some of the challenges that we have with this position is deadline pressures and high volume workflows. You are or have to be responsible for PHI protection. That means patient health information. Okay? Regular regulatory changes requiring updates. Detailed work requiring sustained focus. Limited work opportunities and need to manage conflicting priorities. Now, understanding both the benefits and challenges of the role will help you determine if it aligns with your career and work preference. For those who enjoy detailed administration work in healthcare without direct clinical responsibilities, this role offers sustainable stability and growth potential. All right. So here we have a daily workflow management. Now, like I said, it's going to look different depending on where you work at. We are going to start at the top. And at the top, we have a complete task completion process, 25 to 30 correspondent items daily. Next, we have prioritization, sorting by regulatory deadlines and urgency. We have workflow systems, establishing tracking for every document. And daily planning, schedule dedicated time blocks for different tasks. So like I might have stated earlier, at the hospital that I work at, one of the, there's several people in that position, but one of the first things that they do in the morning is is make sure they mail all the claims out. All the claims that need to be mailed out, that can't be, sent electronically. That's one of the first things they do. They also go and retrieve all mail correspondence. So that is part of their daily workflow. And just give an example of what would be priority in a work's day. Okay. Now, successful medical correspondence specialists develop personalized systems to track their work. Consider creating a correspondent log with status updates, deadline monitoring, and follow-up reminders. Digital task management tools or simple spreadsheets can help you maintain accountability and demonstrate your productivity. Establish a consistent daily routine that includes checking for urgent items, processing high priority correspondence first, and allocating specific times for complex cases requiring research or consultation. All right. So if you were to move up in the ladder, so earlier I gave you some positions that would go along with being a correspondence specialist, right? So now, if you were looking for advanced lateral moves in regards to this position, because like I said, this is it is considered an entry level position. Once you've passed the medical correspondence specialist, we now have you as either a team lead or a senior specialist, handling complex cases and mentoring new staff. Next, we have department supervisors overseeing correspondence and operations and workflows. All right. And last, we have HIM director or compliance officer, strategic leadership in information management. All right. And it doesn't have to be a HIM director. It would be, who's ever department that you were in that's handling those medical correspondence. All right. So your career can branch into several personalized paths, including HIM leadership, complex management, revenue cycle administration, or healthcare legal support. Consider which aspect of the role you most enjoy to guide your advancement strategy. Now, when searching for opportunities, look for alternative job positions such as medical documentation specialist, healthcare documentation coordinator, patient information correspondent, or appeals and denial specialist to find related positions that match your skill and interests. Okay, in this episode of Medical Careers We Didn't Know About, we learned that correspondence specialists play a key role in healthcare communications, handling everything from insurance appeals to legal requests. We learned that medical correspondence specialists manage all communications between provider, patients, insurance companies, and legal entities. They draft appeals, respond to subpoenas, and ensure HIPAA compliant documents accurately are accurate and timely. This role supports the entire revenue cycle, helping reduce denials and secure proper reimbursement. You'll definitely need a strong writing, organization, and time management skills, plus familiarity with medical record systems and insurance processes. The job offers regular business hours, career stability, and opportunity to specialize or grow in leadership roles. Entry level starts with high school diploma, but certifications and associate degrees boost growth and potential. You can work in hospitals, billing offices, insurance companies, or legal support firms whenever documentation matters most. Okay? So, if this sounds like a role that is for you, make sure that you grab this PDF. It is a career roadmap linked in the description below. You can scroll through it so you can see all 20 pages. It is well worth it. It's more detailed, definitely beneficial. All right. All right. And it is designed to save you some time and give you the confidence that you need to step into this career with clarity and direction. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you in the next episode of Medical Careers You Didn't Know About. Bye.